Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
As family and friends say goodbye to George Floyd, who died after being held under the knee of a Minneapolis police officer, demonstrators all over Southern California raised their voices for racial injustice. Outside City Hall in downtown LA, hundreds gather in solidarity. Hancock Park, protesters marching peacefully to Mayor Garcetti's house. Santa Clarita, hundreds holding signs and chanting for change. And in Irvine, a silent protest and vigil honoring George Floyd. Now the question is, where do we go from here? Hello, I'm Mark Brown. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan in for Michelle Tuzzi. We are live right now on ABC7, ABC7.com, and streaming wherever you are on the ABC7 Los Angeles app. Protests against police brutality continue across Southern California and the nation following the death of George Floyd. Meanwhile, curfews have been canceled in most of LA County and the city of LA to allow for peaceful protests. And a judge sets bail at $750,000 for the 3 fired Minneapolis police officers charged with aiding and abetting Floyd. This as a memorial service took place just blocks away. We have live team coverage beginning with Chris Christie live in Air 7 HD. Chris?
Colleen, several hundred passionate and peaceful protesters packing Spring Street along the steps of City Hall. We noticed just a few minutes ago a speaker taking the microphone there as everybody's got their hands up, their signs up as they plead for justice, equality in the name of George Floyd. Just a short time ago, a big chunk of this group did a big circle around downtown LA, marching all the way down towards LA Live, back up Fig Street, and now arriving back at City Hall. A very peaceful afternoon here in downtown LA. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Chris Christie, thank you. Sid Garcia has been talking with protesters in downtown LA. He joins us now live. Sid.
Mark, to echo what Chris Christie has been saying, behind me, City Hall, it's been very peaceful, a lot of speakers, a lot of chanting. But let me show you what happened earlier this afternoon, less than an hour ago. As the demonstrators were marching around towards the headquarters of LAPD, Chief Michael Moore came out to talk to them. Didn't quite hear exactly what he was talking about. They were basically exchanging views and opinions there. And Michael Moore held court there in front of LAPD headquarters for a few minutes. And then from there, demonstrators, some went down Spring Street south to LA Live, and others went around LA City Hall, and now they're starting to rally here on the Spring Street side. Let me bring in a couple of folks here who wanted to participate. I've got Alex Cave here, along with Sofia Coivisto. And Alex, why was it important for you and your friends to be here today?
Well, we've all watched the systemic racism that's been happening in this country and have learned a lot about it throughout our entire lives. So, we just didn't want to argue with our relatives on Facebook. We wanted to be here and be a part of history. This is definitely going to bring about some kind of change, and so we wanted to do whatever we can to help. One of the things we've been doing is getting donations from people. We have friends who are not able-bodied. We have friends who are working who can't be here. So the least that they can do is give us some money. We go to Costco, we fill up, and we bring donations to all the protesters so people can stay hydrated so they can keep fighting the good fight.
One of the things we talked about, Sophie, was the fact that when you look at the crowd that's here, it's diversity.
Yes, it's incredibly important. I think that everyone kind of comes out to fight this fight because it doesn't affect just black people. There's everyone here. And as long as white people can unlearn some of the damage that we've done and keep fighting with our allies, I hope that we can support everyone that we can here.
Sophia, Alex, thank you very much. Mark, let's send it back to you in the studio. It's been very peaceful. The crowd has shrunken a little bit, but it's been very peaceful and very well organized. Live in downtown LA, I'm Sid Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Mark and Michelle, back to you.
Yeah, quickly, Sid, any National Guard troops, are they still out there?
They are at LAPD headquarters, just watching here. All I see are just a handful of LAPD officers at the top. You can see them at the top of the steps right there. But Mark, I got to tell you, what's been really great to see is how peaceful and organized it is. But the diversity of the crowd and seeing people of different ethnicities just talking to each other, and maybe that's the first step of making some change. You've got folks that are my age, down to parents who brought their little kids out here. Earlier we talked to a couple of moms who brought their teenage daughters with them to see this because this was history in the making. So yeah, it's been good out here and it's been very peaceful. I'm not sure how long they're going to be out here because the curfew's been lifted.
Okay, Sid Garcia, downtown. Thank you. Another protest covered a lot of ground today, starting in Hollywood and then moving on to the mayor's house in Hancock Park before continuing on toward downtown LA. Our Josh Haskell has been talking with people along the way. He's live now to tell us what they're saying. Josh.
Well, Mark, they're still moving, and like you start the newscast by saying, where does this go from here? Well, these protesters believe that it goes to Mayor Garcetti's doorstep. We believe that they're headed back there. They've been there for 3 days in a row. This is the same group, and they want to go straight to our elected officials, to our police chief, and they want to demand reforms. I told them about the reforms that were announced last night, and they told me that's a start, but they don't feel like it is enough. Take a look at this crowd. We started with them at Hollywood and Vine, and we didn't realize that that would take us through Hancock Park to the mayor's mansion, then take us to past Larchmont Village, through Koreatown to MacArthur Park, where they held about a 30-minute rally, and then they turned around. And this particular group, they're full of not just people on foot of all ages, but also people in cars. Some of the folks in cars are a little bit older because they didn't want to do as much walking. We talked to one woman, she's 70, and she told me, Mark and Colleen, that she cannot believe that at the age of 70, she's still fighting for equality. Take a listen.
I feel love from everybody, not just the black, my black race, but I do feel the love and the unity, and I feel the frustration and the impatience of everyone for the injustice that's been going on for 70 years, for so many years. So that's what I feel, and I feel proud. I feel proud of Americans doing this all together in unity.
Back here live, a very peaceful protest today. Everyone helping each other out, giving each other water, because it is very hot out here, and snacks. Now they're heading back to Hollywood and Vine, and we will continue to walk with them and cover this important story. Reporting live in Koreatown, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Josh, you've been walking a long time today. Thank you very much for that live report. Well, right now, peaceful protesters are holding an emotional sit-in on the steps of Long Beach City Hall, honoring the life of George Floyd. Our Orange County reporter Jessica DeNova is live on the ground there at the very latest. Jessica?
Actually, one thing has changed. That sit-in has now turned into a march in downtown Long Beach. People are making their way east right now on Long Beach Boulevard. We're on the corner of 3rd Street and Long Beach Boulevard, but the one thing that has not changed is this march remains peaceful. There is still a National Guard presence throughout downtown here in Long Beach, and we do have businesses boarded up, some people standing outside their business, but again, no need for fear. Right now things are extremely peaceful, and we are actually seeing behind me, this is the end of it, but there are hundreds of people ahead of us here, a sea of people just making their way through downtown Long Beach. Again, this started in downtown City Hall, and let me grab someone here so I can talk to them about why it is important for them to be out here tonight. Miss, I'm with ABC 7. Can you just stop for a quick second to talk to me about why you made your way out here tonight? Can you walk in for me?
Because for too long I've been silent, and I need to use my privilege in order to fight for those who they've been trying to fight for themselves for years, and no one wants to listen. So we all have to walk, and I don't even know what to say. I can't even speak for those who've.
Let's walk right over here. Go ahead.
I can't speak for those because I've never been through that, but this is all I can do is just walk and fight for those.
Good for you. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get another idea here. Sir, can I just really quick talk to you about why this is important to you here today and what you hope to get across, what message you hope to get across, and what change you hope to see with this demonstration?
We really just want to be heard. That's really what it boils down to. Like, if we can just be heard in the community and in the government for some changes to actually happen, that's really what it's about. We feel like we don't have a voice. We feel like we haven't been heard over so many years, and that's really what this boils down to. Like, listen to what we're saying because it's important, because there's lives being lost out here.
All right, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. There you have it. People just want their voices to be heard, want their opinions and their experience, an experience that not everyone feels, not everyone who goes through, to be heard, and for that information to be taken into account when policies are made throughout our cities.
our states and our nation. Reporting live in downtown Long Beach, Jessica De Nova, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Jessica, thank you. Some demonstrators have voiced an opinion that the LAPD and other city police departments should have some of their funding removed and placed in the community as a better use of that money. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti is calling this an urgent moment for the city of LA, and he's announcing big cuts to the police department budget and putting that money into black communities and communities of color. Today he met with community leaders, and Eyewitness News reporter Miriam Hernandez has more.
This is the loudest I have ever seen our city. The loudest I have ever seen our country.
The mayor with black leaders and law enforcement, ears ringing from a week of wrenching protests. Today, Garcetti underscoring his vision of a new city budget that would pour millions into community investment, even paying out dollars to people who the city has wrongly treated, an office of racial equity.
This is a place where you can bring your complaints and actually get money for the discrimination that you face. This has to be material.
About policing, he says LAPD regulates heavily already, but officer violators are not always caught. A potential solution? Outside prosecutors.
We have independent investigations. Why don't we have independent prosecutions?
The meeting was a call to action for corporations and people who are not black.
We have a saying, justice will not be served until the people unaffected are as outraged as those that are affected.
Mayor Garcetti says the budget changes will be a wake-up call.
I got calls from mayors around the country, some of them saying, I'm so excited, and the other ones saying, what the hell did you do? Now I gotta shift money. That's exactly the point. It starts someplace, and we say we are going to be who we want to be, or we're going to continue being the killers that we are.
Miriam Hernandez, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
A full day of emotion mourning the loss of George Floyd.
Today, friends and family gathered to say goodbye to the man who died at the knee of a Minneapolis police officer. We'll show you the memorial.